Hello, Internet. Welcome to Stump the Artist. I forgot to start recording, but I started right before I said hello, Internet, the second time. Over through the Internet cyber waves. It is Paul. Hi, Paul.
What's going on? What's up, Internet?
What's up, Internet? We're not, let's just not talk about the Elonifant in the room. We're just gonna skate right past that, because it's not relevant.
Yeah.
Anyway. Hoping that you're having a good Monday, and whatever a good Monday is for you. And I am tired. I just came back from a kickboxing class, so this is not. I'm a little sleep drunk, a little tired drunk, which is different than actual drunk.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Kickboxing sounds hard.
It's pretty hard, but you know, we're gonna make do. All right. So, if any of you are new or not, welcome to Stump the Artist. My name is Roxanne. I am a librarian at Boone Township Public Library. I'm also sometimes, when it's convenient, an artist. Over on the interwebs is friend Paul, who is also an artist. And we have the libraries struggle with funding, as you're maybe well aware, and we have some evil overlords that took the library's funding hostage. And so we have to make things for them so that they can turn it into like multimedia, franchises and make money off of our art. Because we're doing it for the exposure.
It's not great.
It's a bad deal for us. Don't ever work just for exposure.
Never work for just exposure.
That's right. Take it from actual artists. But regardless, that's what we were doing, because they are incredibly evil and incredibly close, incredibly holding the library's funding hostage. Dark times.
I always get the chills.
Dark times. All right, so we're gonna get started. They did not whisper in their multi-hued voices. So let's about anything that they wanted me to do. I am sorry, I am tired. Okay. So Paul, I'm going to summon up a shape just to do something different.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so the shape we are starting with is a semicircle.
Semicircle.
Yeah. Do you remember what a semicircle is?
Is it... Oh, nothing happened. Where?
Are you doing the eraser? Oh, okay.
Is it this? It's semicircular.
That is a blob.
This Shame.
Is a semicircle. Because it's half of a circle.
Yes. Half of a circle.
Yeah. Oddly enough, the way that I remembered that was from being, I had a flashback to being a small child and being told to, alright, everyone sit in a semicircle, So.
Teacher, children.
Yes. All that jazz. So let's... Okay, we've started with a semicircle hamburger bun. It could be a hamburger bun. I was also thinking it could be a mushroom cap.
Could be mushroom cap. Mushrooms are fun.
Mushrooms are fun. You want to just start making a mushroom there? Sure. And you're mushroom person. You're Myconid, for those of you who play Dungeons and Dragons. Immediately looking skeptical.
I just I love putting faces on stuff, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a neurological phenomenon. So I can't remember if there's one specifically for faces. It's called like facial. That's besides facial bias. But I know there's also apophenia, which
What's that?
apophenia, which is the tendency to see patterns where there are none.
Okay.
Which is a great term. But yeah, the kind of facial bias is something that humans experience, and that's why like we can assign personalities to the front grills of cars. It's because
I for sure do that.
yeah, because you see the faces in them, and that's because we have facial bias. In fact, I'm gonna look up and see if there's a more specific term for it. I'm not here to learn. Ugh, says chat. Look, it's gonna happen no matter what.
This is a library.
this is yeah, facial bias term. Alright, this is going to take too long because I'm getting a lot of false positives for facial recognition software. So that's just gonna have to wait. So this is kind of already kind of a little bit of a spring-like theme, perhaps. You know, with the growing of mushrooms, the new life coming out of the winter.
Perfect for our recent Pittsburgh weather.
Oh my gosh. So, regardless, and I just said that wrong intentionally because it amuses me. Regardless of when you are listening to this, if you are listening to the recording, it is currently April, but past couple of days have been some real gosh darn summer weather. I actually got sunburned walking around a couple days ago.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did work through a lot of it, but I still been pretty nice. Opposed to all the cold weather we've had.
Yeah, it's and then I think it's in 2 days from now it's supposed to be back down to like the 40s, so we're in that nice time where it gets to be spring for like 2 weeks, and then it's gonna just snap and be summer. We just got a preview of that, nightmare.
All right, gotta break out the shorts.
I actually did have to do that today. Had to, pull them out from underneath of the laundry pile in the closet. Alright, so we're here, we're in a mystical mushroom land, and there's a mystical mushroom person. So, I'm thinking this might be maybe a children's feature, because I'm thinking that there's a little bit of whimsy here.
There's definitely some whimsy when something has a face.
Mm-hmm. When it normally doesn't, and it's not because of facial bias. Chat says, I wish the sun would just calm it down. I mean, it is a nuclear reactor in the sky. That's...
We get it, you're hot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely smoking, and that's why there's no camera on me, because you would not be able to handle how absolutely hot I am. Lost my train of thought here. Mycophilia in here, very much so. Mycophilia is the term for, liking um, mushrooms, and just as a mycologist is someone who studies mushrooms. I'm talking about the sun, Roxy. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. The sun is hot. The sun is yeah, okay. All right. Yes, I am. I have been corrected. I am not extremely attractive.
Oh man, ego boost retracted.
That's okay. We're artists. We're not supposed. We function better when we don't have egos, because then
That's
we
true.
at least work harder.
We work hard when we're sad.
Yeah. You gotta really be in that that sweet and sour spot, I'll put it like that, of sad, but not too sad. You know. Sad enough to want to be better. Not so sad that you do absolutely nothing. The sun is hot. The sun is not a place where we could live. This is quite true. Yes, you said we weren't here to learn, and that is us not learning. I mean, it is learning. Is learning the sun is not a place where we could live. Tardigrades, though, maybe.
For real?
I'm guessing not, but I mean, tardigrades can survive a lot of things.
Tardigrades are water bears, right?
Yes, they are. They can withstand a whole lot of things, and they are very small. They are microscopic. So I've drawn like a pixie fairy person here. I feel like that's a pretty natural fit.
That's very, very whimsical.
Yes. But here on Earth, there's not life without the light it gives the sun. Counterpoint, there's life at the bottom of the ocean. And they get their life from geothermic events at all.
Is this a song that's being quoted? Or a poem?
If it is, then I am not getting it. It is going whoosh over my head.
Living gives rhymes.
Somebody's, if we had more people in chat, they would correct us. All right, so we need to. I love that there's a little bug creature in there.
Yes.
I'm going to pull in some personality traits, because I've just kind of sketched in a person. I don't know anything about this person. Rude. So.
I gotta get to know them.
So we've got a rudester.
Oh, a rude pixie.
Which is pretty fitting, given how pixies are supposed to be tricksters.
That's true. This mushroom may be changing its expression.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that certain chat is quoting a song which I am not understanding whatsoever. So since I am,
Okay, I just got it. It's They Might Be Giants.
I was wondering if that was it. Okay,
Massive incandescent gas. That's That's what got it.
that's what got it.
That's all I
Okay,
needed.
so like my They Might Be Giants educational song is merely Istanbul is Constantinople, and that's it. That's all I remember.
Incredible.
Alright, this is... I'm gonna have to... I might just have to give up and go to the next layer. So we have a rude pixie creature in this whimsical children's feature. So kind of like you know, instead of Tom Thumb and Thumbelina or Ferngully, by contrast, it's like the sassy Shrek version of those.
Okay. You can play with there's definitely a pun there that we're missing.
Oh, sure. Usually I'm much better at puns. It's gonna take me a bit, though. Hey, go to the line layer. Go to that one. Here we go. Another stupid trivia thing, because we're gonna be learning even if you don't want to learn, is that in some, I want to say like Celtic or at least neo-pagan Celtic traditions, if you go into a field of some kind and there is like a circle of mushrooms, they would call that a fairy ring, because...
Really?
Uh-huh. Because they believe that the mushrooms would grow in that pattern, in that shape, because fairies would be dancing around in a ring. It has, you know, the reality of it is it has something to do with, how the, just, I think, like, how the spores go out, you know, that's just their growth pattern. It just happens to be that way. But, yeah, so if you want to bring a bit of whimsy into your day, you can go out looking for fairy rings.
I was looking for my life to be more whimsical.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of whimsy in, you know, in the mundane world.
No. And it's a problem.
That's why, like, if you need a good palate cleanser, you get yourself some Studio Ghibli.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Wow, I'm gonna have to seriously redo this.
Alright, what are we working on? Propose?
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna just I'm just gonna wing it because this is Stump the Artist, not the artist gets it right.
That's true.
It's also slightly inspired by this artist I've just started following on Instagram recently called Feefall. F-E-E-F-A-L, I believe that is their username. And they do a lot of fairy hybrid creatures based on you know, non-standard inspirations in nature, like the axolotl and various kinds of mushroom.
Like axolotl fairies?
Yeah, axolotl fairies.
That's cool because those are
Yeah.
cute little.
Oh, they are super cute and I think extremely endangered.
Yay, humans.
Yeah. We're real great at that stuff. So if this is a sassy fairy, a sassy pixie, then we should consider, is this just the, their adventures of being a sassy fairy, or is this, we're going the Ferngully route here?
Could do so. I don't know how much we want this mushroom to be involved, but I sort of took the hand that I had drawn for it and just made that an entire teacher personality. So I'm wondering if the fairy has this mushroom we want
A teacher?
this teacher,
School.
guide, professor, and she just doesn't listen.
No, it's just all about, I mean, being a fair folk.
Fairies just want to have fun.
They just want to have fun, and there's definitely a cover of that song.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Really borked this up.
Were I on top of my game, there would definitely be a Cyndi Lauper pun somewhere in there.
See, now I have to dedicate mental energy to figuring that out, too.
Mhm.
Oh, boy.
Goofed.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do a new sketch layer. Ugh. I know quite a few different terms for fairies, but ones starting with G are not coming to me.
No. So what's Pixie's game? What's this Pixie's hopes and dreams?
So, I'm thinking that we could do this if we're taking like the sort of Shrek sort of route, then the pixie just wants to do stereotypical pixie stuff, excluding all of the weird mythology of like stealing human children and taking on their forms. So, dance around in circles, just generally have fun.
Playing pranks.
Playing pranks, and maybe this is the kind of the Shrek version of Ferngully, because Ferngully was kind of traumatizing, let's be real here.
Yeah. Pollution wasn't scary beforehand.
I mean,
It's after.
oh yeah. So maybe the whole point of like what fairies are supposed to do is that they're supposed to be the keepers of the forest. And sometimes help people a la, you know, fairies that if you leave a little bit of milk and sugar for them, they will help you do chores around the house. You know,
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. And so they're supposed to be helpful, and, you know, she doesn't want to. She's like, why should I learn responsibility? Why should I do those things? The whole thing about being a fairy is you're just supposed to kind of have fun. Again, fairy girls just want to have fun. Alright, so... Whoops. Let us try this line again. And so... That, you know, Master Myconid, or you know,
Love that.
It's just, you know, trying to teach her these things that she's like, no, why would I do that? And so
You're a square.
Yeah. Totally, just unbelievably lame. And so, you know, what is pictured here is maybe her, you know, interrupting class, you know, by sassing. Just a lot of sass. Sassy McSasserton. I'm doing the artist's trick of giving up and putting things in perspective so you can't see them.
It's a good trick.
Just gonna hide those legs. And hope that they look like knees that are bent instead of, I don't know, plump bread rolls. Oh boy, yeah. Being stumped
we should
by...
accomplish from my perspective.
Yes, you know, stumped the artist by attempting to do more complex posing and not succeeding. So then what is that is the character conflict. And what is the conflict which forces our little fairy to change her ways?
If we're going the Ferngully route, something is messing with nature.
And it's gotta be some part of nature that she otherwise would not, that she actually would care about.
Right.
So something, you know, it could just be it destroyed a fairy ring where she likes to dance.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, a club for the the hip cool. Oh boy, I'd sound extremely uncool saying it like that. But for, you know, all of the cool fairies and pixies go and hang out at that particular fairy ring because it's got those phosphorescent mushrooms. And so, you know, it's like going to a rave but without the ecstasy.
The ecstasy is the actual
emotion, not the drug. We don't encourage illegal drug use.
No.
Oh dear God, Paul, what have you done?
What have I done? This just got really dark.
Yeah, it did. Okay. No, we brought it back. We don't want it to get Ferngully dark with evil Tim Curry cackling at us. Do you think that I should? So this insect, so this bug friend over here.
Mm-hmm.
Is also attends and knows that every part of the ecosystem has a role. Now, let us think. Ant or cricket? Or indeterminate species of beetle?
Like, yeah, if we do cricket, I can get like.
Because in addition to there being, other more responsible fairies, there has to be, a friend that's, a little nebbishy, trying to tell, our protagonist, hey, maybe you should, I might not like what I have to do, or, this is what we bugs do. We all have to play a part. And she's just like, nope, I don't care. I'm sassy. I'm rude.
I'm having fun.
I don't want to work. I just want to dance in my fairy ring all day, which is another song that they do a cover of.
What's the song?
I
just want to dance in my fairy ring all day?
No, the song is I don't want to work, I just want to bang on my drum all day.
Oh.
Okay. Some fun perspective there. Okay. So then we can. So she is crude. And does not has a name. I'll think about it. Then we have our little insect friend. So I'm gonna just splash in some nice greens everywhere. Just cuz.
What are crickets? Grasshoppers are green, crickets are brown.
Yes.
Right.
Generally speaking, this is on the wrong layer. Everybody say it with everybody take a drink.
This is on the wrong layer.
Yeah, that would be our drinking game, would be one of us going, oh no, we did this on the wrong layer. I do not encourage that, as, we encourage moderation.
Everything in moderation, folks.
Yes.
Gotta be responsible.
But if you were to be irresponsible while watching this, then that would be it.
Time you learn something new.
Alright, we'll try to quick block in a few more colors, and then we'll have to maybe move on to a you know, this is like a, you know, a still from the series. Not from, this is not the actual, you know, marketable cover. Actually, I think instead of making her a minty green, maybe a yellow. Nope, that's too Simpson-y. Maybe a blue.
Okay, yep. Try that for shrooms.
So I'm thinking of... So, fairy names in pop culture tend to be very simple. You know, I mean, if we were talking like high fantasy, then it would be like Talandrane or something.
Yeah. The kids don't go for that.
No, it's usually more something like, I mean, you got your Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess Thumbelina is relatively complex, but I am not a fan of this hair color. So, like, sure, why not?
There's a play on thumb, like a different finger.
I mean, my first thought was phalangula, which is a take on phalanges.
Phalanges.
But that might be a little bit too wordsome.
Phalangula.
Uh-huh. Well, let's... See, now I can't think of a pun. I can't think. Oh, man.
You do like a... I don't like that, though. I was gonna say carpel.
Carpel? Yeah, that could work. Carpella?
Carpella. Which is Italian. So, like, difference between the caps and the actual shrimp.
Yeah. But you know, he's just so stodgy. He's just no.
But he's trying to teach lessons, which is admirable. But he is just kind of a stick in the mud. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, there's a lot of calling him, oh, you're just a stick in the mud sort of stuff. All right, so I think we're close enough for this particular piece of concept art. I hope it is acceptable to the evil overlords.
You have to take what you can get, I think.
I'm taking a picture. Alright, so okay. Alright, so let us you know, say goodbye to this particular sketch as I, at very least, I come up with something better. Oy vey. Oy vey.
Select all. Delete. And delete. Oh.
Alright. So something, it's gotta be something like, you know, Carlita or whatever, and
Carlita Carpelli.
yeah. And the, you know, Mushroom Forest. Something that's like a very innocuous title. That, or it needs to be something that's like just one word, so people are like, ooh, what's that about? A la Tangled?
Okay. Do something with circle. Very circular.
Or, you know, it could just be, you know, Bring Around the Rosie or something, and her name could be Rosie.
Like that. Rosie Carpelli. I love this pose already.
I mean, she's gotta do some sass. And there's you know, I've seen quite a few children's movie covers, and there's quite a few sassy children on them that do poses like this. Oh, you know what? Give her DreamWorks face.
It's a Shrek.
The adventures of this fairy in, you know, the Mushroom Forest. Or, you know, and the mystery of the missing ring. Quest for the missing ring. Not
Broke
really.
the fairy.
See, now I gotta look up like thumb words. See, it's gonna keep bothering me.
Joint.
You know what? Thumb, also called pollux, according to
Really?
Britannica.
Because that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It could be Palexa or Palexi. I think Palexi is a little cuter.
Alexa, what is the weather today?
She just goes, "Shut up! I don't want to talk to you." Lexi and the missing fairy ring. So they're like, "Oh, Palexi, we haven't been able to find the fairy ring. The ring, you know, we love it so much." And
The ring.
she spends all this time thinking that it's an actual ring that you wear.
Ooh, jewelry.
And then she learns that it's actually her favorite hangout spot, the fairy ring. And then she,
She's gotta be responsible.
mm-hmm. And her, her nervous cricket friend, I don't know, Charlie, Chirpy,
Rick.
See, now I'm just gonna look up cricket. Not wireless, no. Cricket,
No.
science. No, not the game.
Many cricket stuff.
Cricket and entomology. Cricket insects. They are... orthopteran insects, which are related to bush crickets and grasshoppers.
Bartholomew.
Or it could just be, ortho.
For short.
Yeah, ortho.
It's Bartholomew.
You're so funny, ortho. No one calls you that.
My parents call me that.
Oh, ortho. Oop. Alright, everyone drink. I put the thing on the wrong layer.
And then I colored it black.
Oh boy.
Doing our thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're fine. Shut up. I gotta turn the opacity up because I put it on the wrong layer.
Will we ever loin?
No. No, we won't. Oof. No, that's frightening. There we go. That's a sassy DreamWorks face.
With the freckles.
Mm-hmm. Gotta cute them up. Because if they're gonna be obnoxious, they need to be cute.
Gotta be spunky.
Mm-hmm.
Like a villain? Is there a villain in this story? Or is that something we can
I guess there should be a
another
villain.
time?
I mean, somebody had to have taken / destroyed the fairy ring. So who did that? Was it rival fairies, or are we sticking
Some
with
bro with a quad.
we're sticking with the Ferngully theme of it? It was, some horrible business person who was giant. Or was it, another fairy person who sold him out to the man?
Out to the mob.
Yes, there are horrible gangsters in this movie. Alright, I'm gonna look up, creatures, animals eat mushrooms. They're eaten by deer, squirrels, and other rodents, birds, turtles, and numerous species of insects. They're
What would
called...
it be if the villain was deer? It's never been done before.
You know what? We could really actually make it complex in that, it is an animal that ate the fairy ring, but it only did that because its natural environment was destroyed. And so it had to take desperate measures. And it felt real bad about it. He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know this was your favorite hangout spot.
It was delicious.
It was delicious, but the thing is that I can't, my home is gone. And so I can't eat where I used to eat." Let's see, at least 22 different species of primates, including humans. Slugs will eat them. Boids. But we can stick to it being a deer.
Maybe someone's like hoarding all the mushrooms.
That could also be it. It could just be that there is somebody who has just taken them all. Who's just... You know, look, there are not as many mushrooms as there used to be. So I stole all of them.
I'm all.
But I will give them back, and I will share.
But you gotta teach me a lesson first.
I mean, squirrels are one of the creatures which eat mushrooms, and they do indeed take all the food.
They do. That would be very fitting.
Okay, so then we can have a shadowy squirrel lurking elsewhere. And you know, yeah, Paul, you can put a cute creature right here. You know, another friend.
We call squirrel
And then
Dawn Nuts. After Dawn Nuts.
well, then I'd have to make him look sadder. Wow, that looks nothing like a squirrel. Holy cow.
Ooh, that's very frightening. That is a squirrel.
But you know, it could just be in the shadows, so we don't know what it is. I think maybe I need to make this squirrel even larger and more intimidating. Just very large. Big and large. I mean,
Origin and George.
Origin and George. We gotta... You know, doing the lurking... Lurking in the shadows thing. And, you know, we can just have a whole lot of tail going on here. And we are actually close to time, so I guess I better hurry this up. Luckily, you don't need a whole lot of detail. We'll put a lot of emphasis on the chiefs. So it looks frightening. There we go, got some real claw action going on there.
Some Rats of Nim nonsense.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We need to make sure that there's you know, while there may be a little bit of subtlety and nuance to the explanation for the evil squirrel's behavior, we want to make sure that they know that it's bad. But it's not going to be as incredibly frightening as the as Ferngully. We need to fix that a little bit. I'm gonna have to start plopping in some coolers. That's definitely not one of them.
Yeah.
Color theory is hard. Why did I curse myself with a bright color like this?
Yeah.
Why did I make myself choose the highest saturation color for her? Oh god, why?
Listen, as Bob Ross says, just happy accidents.
That's right.
Not left hand change and change around.
So, got this happy children, this you know, fun children's feature with a message. And maybe that will please the evil overlords. You know, maybe. I don't know. They're very fickle, as you and I both know.
Very fickle, very evil.
Very, very evil. Very fickle, very evil. Not at all like Danhausen, who's both very nice and very evil.
Yeah, they're not nice at all.
No, like 0%. Or maybe like 1% in that they haven't killed us. Or harvested our organs or anything. But, you know, maybe they just, you know, view us as more of like an investment.
Yeah, hopefully that means that they see some value
in what we do. You know, when we're not being horribly stumped, like, you know, we kind of have been today.
Sometimes we just not at our best. I know
Yeah.
they won't understand, but maybe
I mean,
viewers.
you know, I think they like watching us squirm, and that's why it's called Stump the Artist, and not the artist do great every single time.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're, you know, as much as we find fault with what we do, man, those,
My fault.
yeah, they will find fault with anything, because otherwise they would just, you know, they would, you know,
They wouldn't be so evil.
They wouldn't be so evil. That's right. They're just so incredibly evil. I mean, they could just, you know, hypothetically spend, you know, $6 billion on funding public libraries, and instead, I'm not sure what
Got the money.
they got it. They just won't give it up and you know, use it for good. And you know, it's just a big oofs. Big oofs all around. You did a much cleaner job of coloring.
I had less to ground to cover.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll put in some forest greens in this here background.
Ooh. Ah.
And then was it Palexi and the missing fairy ring? And the mystery of the fairy ring?
Yeah.
That was it.
So that squirrel took the whole dang ring.
No, sure. Ooh, you know what? I'm just gonna swap that out to this one. Oh, drink, everybody, drink. Oh boy. Did I ask you to do that? No, I did not. Oh boy. Nope. Oh dear. It's just you know, sometimes it's just not working out.
Sometimes it just be one of those nights.
Mm-hmm.
But we got something.
We
And that's something.
yes, we were stumped by, I don't know, life, fatigue.
This part.
Sure, why not? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
We've done it.
We did something. Palexi and the missing fairy ring. Starring a sassy fairy protagonist who just wants to have fun and can't because everyone's trying to find this missing fairy ring, and she's like, well, I like shiny objects. I'm gonna do that instead of taking care of the forest like Mr. Myconid told me.
It's lame.
Yeah, he's lame and boring, and he literally does nothing with his life.
All he does is wah, 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 wah.
And it's not like he goes anywhere. He doesn't live a life that she can tell.
Just doesn't understand mushrooms.
No, she really doesn't.
As much as she should.
And then, you know, she finds out that, hey, sometimes you gotta do the right thing. It's not necessarily fun. And stuff. Oh, just...
Can't be fun all the time, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta step it up and take action.
Mm-hmm. And Polexi does that with her insect friends.
Yep.
I want to
Rick
know
and
what animal that
Frankie.
is that's wearing boxing gloves.
I'm going for Flea.
A flea!
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sad I did not catch that sooner. Thank you so much, Paul. It is...
Yep.
That is very good.
I don't know why I chose boxing gloves, but here we are.
You know what? Fleas are known for jumping, and so maybe this one's like...
Oh, I'm gonna hit him with
yeah.
the sky hook.
Just potting around a ring. Let me at him.
Oh, I got this. I got this.
Oh boy. Alright, well, we're over time. I'm bushed. Paul, thank you for helping. I've been stumped by my own hubris of thinking I could do kickboxing before I did art.
Well, learned the lesson just like Lexi today.
Oh yeah. Well, that being said, thank you, Internet, for joining us for Stump the Artist. We'll
We
be
love
back.
you.
Yes, we do. We'll be back sometime next month, probably on a Monday again. We'll let you know. In the meantime, enjoy whatever season you're experiencing, which may or may not match the one that you're chronologically experiencing.
Enjoy whatever season it is while it lasts.
That's very true, because, you know, you don't know what you got till it's gone. See you, everyone.
Yeah.